Hey everybody, this is Lisa Scott. Welcome to my channel Permission to Live in the End, inspired by Neville Goddard. And just real quickly, I wanted to stop by and share a quote and share a story related to that quote, because that's the type of thing I'm going to be doing here on this channel. Permission to Live in the End is sharing my own personal experiences, revelations, tips, advice regarding Neville Goddard and, of course, my own experiences. And today I found a quote by Neville Goddard that says, "Change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live." And I just wanted to share a short story. And when I put on my reader glasses, I said, oh, how appropriate based on the story I'm about to share. And this story is about a time when I was very young and I was in school and I was having a difficult time in a class that I was taking. Now, I don't remember exactly what that class was, but I remember when the teacher was standing up there and she was, teaching the subject. I thought to myself, if only the teacher would teach this in a different way, I could get it. And very clearly, at a young age, and I don't remember, I wish I did, what age that was, I heard myself say, why don't you teach it to yourself in the way that you want the teacher to teach it? And there was nothing, when I heard that, there was nothing inside of me that doubted that I would have the ability to do that. I figured since I heard those words, that was truth. And it was definitely a truth. There was no doubt in me that I wouldn't be able to do this. So I decided, that same day, I went home and in my mind, using my imagination, which is something Neville Goddard talks about all the time. So this story is pre-Neville Goddard, you guys. But I went home and I went into my bedroom. And I decided in my mind, using my imagination, to transform my bedroom into an imaginary classroom. So my bedroom became the imaginary classroom, and I had imaginary students in the classroom, okay? So I decided to get up, walk around the room, and I had the subject, the book that I was having difficulty with. I was walking around my bedroom with that book, teaching the imaginary students in my classroom the subject. And what I did was, whenever I would have a question about something related to this subject, I would act as though the students in my imaginary classroom had a question. So if I had a question, one of my imaginary students was the one who had the question. And I would act, name them something. I don't remember that. But I would call on the student and I would ask, or the student would ask the question that I was actually asking. And remarkably, what happened was, as I was processing or reading the answer to the student, the imaginary student, which was of course myself, I was somehow able to process the information better. I was able to slow it down the way I wanted, the teacher to do. And I was able to process the information in a way that I was able to understand it. So I was able to give the answer back to the imaginary student, which was also giving the answer to myself. The other thing that took place that was remarkable, and this came years later when I stopped and I thought about what this whole process looked like and was that once I decided that I was going to be the teacher, I actually became the teacher. There was nothing inside of me, or rather what was inside of me was that I understood, or I felt and I believed that teachers had all the answers, that a teacher couldn't get the information wrong. So that somehow was inside of me at the same time that I made the decision to become the teacher. And I ended up getting a B in that classroom. And this video is going to be part one of part two, because there's other information I want to share with you about deciding that I was a teacher. Because in deciding that I was a teacher, I was also deciding, or that has been my personality, or it is inherently in me to teach, because I have always been a teacher. Just very inherently, that's, you know, my personality, that's my state of being, is to be able to teach. So I thought it was really cute that I came out wearing these glasses. And I just want to remind you of what Neville Goddard said, and relate it back to my story, that when you change your conception of yourself, and you will or change your conception of yourself, and you will automatically change the world in which you live. So I went from the student who did not understand the information to hearing myself say, why don't you teach yourself in the way that you would like for the teacher to be able to teach, to deciding that I was a teacher and getting a B in that class. So just wanted to stop by and share the information with you guys today. Change your conception of yourself, and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Thank you so much for stopping by, watching this video. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Permission to live in the end. Click the subscribe button to continue to get any videos that I upload. Make it an incredible rest of your evening.